Any questions? No paper and pen, okay? Solve it in your mind. Start. Okay. Add 2 plus 4, subtract 3, add 4, multiply by 2, subtract 2, divide by 3, add 1, subtract 5.
I think you have an answer. You have an answer.
Okay.
It's a 0.
0, he said. Absolutely correct. Those who got it instantly, can you all please stand up?
All answer.
Okay. And the rest of all?
I tell you, Reena, few guests, they had very crazy expressions. What? What? What are you saying to do?
So what should I infer now? That all those, those who got up 0, I did not say sit down. Please continue standing. Show off. You were able to calculate it.
And clap.
Continue standing. 0. Excellent. Okay. So should I say that these participants are more capable than any of the others? Yes, Sapna, shout. No. No. No ways. No ways. Absolutely no ways. But, so where was, were you lacking or was I lacking in my instructions?
Okay.
So yes, tell me, what was wrong?
First. Anything?
Yeah, I think there were too many things to solve and you were very fast at the end.
Yes, Push.
I was trying to concentrate on the subtraction, multiplication and addition, and that's why in between only I lost.
Okay.
Okay. You want to say something? No.
No, she said I was too fast. My instructions were too fast.
Okay.
Multiple instructions, telling you too many things at one time. Anybody else at the back?
I'm not an auditory learner and it was very confusing for me. I need visual cues.
Excellent. My verbal instructions were very confusing for her. She needs visual medium.
Wow. Very good answer. Good answer.
So, as a teacher, when I enter the classroom, I am very excited. Okay, that I have this wonderful, brilliant activity for my children planned. But I am not taking into consideration. I have this brilliant idea, but I am not having multiple ways of planning this activity for my entire classroom. I have prepared only one set of instructions for my children. And therefore, I get a few who immediately say, yes ma'am, 0, 0, 0. But then there are so many others who feel, Arey, I could not solve, am I slow? But no, I have some who will understand better if I would have just given a visual clue. There were some who would have done better if I would have explained to them the activity and given them a little more time. There were some who did not understand multiple instructions, but if I would have broken it down in steps, then they would have got better. So that brings me that my instructions must cater to all the different learners in the classroom. The lesson transactions need to cater not only to different learning styles, like just as my dear friend there shared, that she would have understood better if she would have got a visual clue. So yes, she is a visual learner. So not just that, but also to the other multiple intelligences in the classroom. The my activities, the activities as teachers that we plan should be in such a way that, just conducting the activity is not the objective. Like we are all hearing now, activity based, fun, learning the fun way, the play way method. Yes, we need to do that, but each activity needs to have a purpose. You need to be clear what the purpose of the activity is going to be. So if that activity works in the class, then brilliant. But if the activity does not work in the class for some reason, then even that leads to some kind of a learning. So the activity is not just an activity in isolation, but it is a catalyst to make you think, okay, how can I modify it? How can I change it? I cannot just reject it, that, oh, it does not work in my classroom, I'm not going to do it. But no, I can still extract some learning out of it. So our next modern trend that we are seeing, that we need to address this issue of differentiated instruction. If you can see the picture, I think it's self-explanatory. She is super excited about what she is going to do. And she is assuming that I'm sure you all are excited as excited I am. Okay? So that brings me to a point that why do I need to think about multiple intelligences in my classroom? Why? Why do I need to plan for differentiated instructions? Why so much hard work? It's working. I mean, children come. Didn't we all learn? Didn't we all end up well as educators? So why should I put in so much extra efforts to put in so much thought in planning my curriculum, in planning my day-to-day lesson plans? And that brings me to another question, that what is the purpose of education after all in the first place? What is the purpose of education? And for that, I have my dear friend Urmila, who is going to share a beautiful thing with you all.
So after clearing the importance of recognizing multiple intelligence in the classroom of your children and recognizing the learning styles of children, and then saying that the purpose of education is, now think, imagine, you all have gone to your friend's place for a nice dinner. Name him Mr. Vasudevan and his family. He has 2 boys. Now these boys have completed their education. One is an engineer. Second one is a commercial artist. Am I clear to everyone? No? Okay. Can't hear me? You have gone to... Now can you hear me, or am I echoing?
Take this mic. Come.
Hello? Now? Okay. Thank you. You have gone to your friend's place for a dinner. Am I audible? Okay. Mr. Vasudevan has 2 sons. Both have completed their education. One is an engineer. Second one is a commercial artist. Now, my question is, who is well educated? Yes?
Second one.
engineer or a commercial artist?
Artist.
Okay. She says artist. Some other?
Both.
This madam says both.
Commercial artist.
Commercial artist.
Both, I guess.
Both.
It's both.
Both. Someone, yes.
I would say the world doesn't work with a single profession. We are all equally important.
Okay. Real big round of applause to this particular gentleman. Please give him big round of applause. Each one of us is an important person. Each one of us is part of the fabric of this web. Now, let us find out why.
Thank you. Okay, so since morning we are discussing about multiple intelligences, the way session began, and you experienced one activity as well with a piece of paper and pen, and we got various responses on that, and then Reena came with instruction, and then again some problem was there. So connecting to that, both the activities, so which slide shows, yes, our brain contains various faculties. So it contains definitely logical side, analytical side, reasoning, understanding, and along with that it contains creativity, imagination, feeling, expressions, emotions. So we have myth. Unfortunately, I'm not telling you, but generally what we have observed, this myth leads to this problem, these are two different faculties, but our brain is one. So we would call, we all have combination of these faculties. As we are telling about multiple intelligences, and we all have set of few intelligences with us. So, catering to this point, our education system should give the opportunity to our children to explore this combination. Like in the beginning, as Father said, we give options, alternatives to the children. We just don't spoon feed. We don't give them ready-made answers. And in a way, we break the pattern of question and answer technique. Because if children will have the platform to explore, it will help them to develop inquiry skills, reasoning, understanding, logical power, what we say. And in another chart, in education, we cater, okay, if we have these skills, analytical power, understanding logic, mugging up facts. So this comes under the umbrella of these subjects, science, maths, geography, and list of other subjects. And another way, if we have feelings, we have emotions, we have expressions to express, so we feel it is like it belongs to arts as a subject in education. And generally, most of the places, we feel, not intentionally, but we neglect this art column. Okay, what you want to do? With this example, what Urmila shared with you, okay, engineer and commercial artist. So, they both need education. Do you agree? They both need education. And along with that, it infers again to have the amalgamation of EQ and IQ. Do you agree? If I am masters in some subject and all, I have read 20,000 books, and I have come in the field of education to impart my experience and learning with participants, with children. So, I mean, whatever I know, I will throw. But what about what they already know? And what options I am giving to our children. So, yes, we talk about our education. Like, I mean, what is the real contribution of education in someone's real life? I think that is a very prominent question. How does it lead? Only just scoring well? Do you think scoring well? No. But scoring good in values and attitude and able to communicate, all those skills which comes under the umbrella apart from so-called, education. So, if we do agree, yes, we need understanding, logical power, thinking power, inquiry, all these points. So, what are we doing to enhance them? We need to enhance them with variety of devices in education apart from sharing or imparting subject knowledge information. So I would conclude this concept with EQ and IQ. They are the combination, and we should go along with that in the system of education. Thank you. And now, so, now we come up with our another thing. Yes, from many years, we evolve education trends, techniques, devices according to our need and according to the set of people and target group we have, right? So, along with devices, along with change of time, we do have challenges as well. We do have challenges. So catering to this point, I would like to call 4 volunteers to do this activity. 4 volunteers are really willing to just come up quickly.
Maybe 2 from our right and 2 from our left.
Okay, 2 from, okay, please come. 2 from that side and 2 from this side.
1 more from this side and 2 from my left. Please, quickly, we are running behind this. Here, we need to force. Come on, ma'am. Come. Okay.
Okay, 4 volunteers. Do we have 4? Please come here.
1 from here, sir.
Please come here.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, 1 more.
Okay, 1 more.
Come on, we have so many people. They're not coming.
Here.
Okay, please come. Yes, you want to come, I know. Alright, so we'll move ahead with this activity, which is like we feel, as I said, change and challenge. I think they're partners. Do you agree with this? Change and challenges, they're partners. Because change is constant. Change is really constant. So we will explore this partnership of change and challenge with, like many of you attended yesterday's workshop, there we used one device, role play. Okay? So again we are going to do role play with these, participants. So what you have to do is, 2 of you, these two participants, they are going to Mangal Grah, Mars. They are going to Mars, and their 2 more friends, they are already there. okay? And they are going to Mars. In their journey, they are lost. Okay? So this is the situation I am describing. They are going to Mars. In their journey, they lose their way, they are lost, and then accidentally they meet other two people. You are there. Okay? And then they will try to solve the problem, but these two people, they are aliens. They are aliens and they don't have limbs. They don't have limbs. Okay? So this is another kind of challenge in the situation, right? So they will meet them, and then in the role play, what we want to see is how they will solve their problem, how they will deal with this challenge. Are we all ready for this? Alright, you please go up. You can go up. Yeah, yes. And yes, you are already, or you are on this side. Yes. So let them begin their journey. Then I will tell you how will you come in. Okay? Okay, so please begin your journey. You're walking, definitely, or you decide, yes. In front, not at the back. Yeah. Yeah, no, yes, I will tell you when you will come in. Yes. Okay, they have started. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant, going great. And now you're stuck. And they're laughing. Okay, now two aliens. Aliens, you're aliens. You enter. You don't have limbs. Yes. They are looking for directions, yes. In 3 counts, you have to come up with some solution. Yeah. Yeah. What do you want? Here. Can you see? Yeah. You don't have limbs, right? Hands are like this. What forward? To Jupiter. Acha. Okay. Freeze. See, they had one discussion about, how we can go. But these two people, you know what they said? They said, okay, we want to go to Jupiter. I told them they are going to the Mars, right? And I think they are so much lost in their way. Suddenly they changed their plan to go to Jupiter. Right? Okay. Thank you so much. You all can come. You all can come down. All right. So, what did we observe? When we are lost, so confusion was there. And then they changed the destination also. Isn't it? And third thing, aliens, when they came, even they are confused. Right? I mean, they met, but they were like, okay, where you have to go, where you have to go. Okay. So the point here is, when we have new setting, new change, I mean, with us, like we do have change or challenge in education. So when we have challenging situation, so we need to devise a tool or a trend to deal with that challenge. Generally, this thing happens. Do you think change comes very soon? Do you think? Or solutions are like, I mean, in our head always? No, we need to work towards that. Alright, over to Urmila. Yes, we have so many challenges in education system, but we have listed out few major challenges. Number of children, what methodology we should use. As in the situation, how to do, how to deal. They were little blank. And then, how to make children creators, inculcate values and attitudes. Okay, inclusive education. Now Urmila will talk on this.
As we, right from the beginning, we are saying that our classroom, our school is a miniature society. World is one whole. Society is one whole. People of different caste, creed, color, religion, different intelligence, different abilities live together. Then why segregate children and put them in different schools? Why do we have schools for special children? Now what is important and what is one of the challenges is to have inclusive education. When we say inclusive of all different abilities, inclusive of all different intelligences, inclusive of all different kinds of children, maybe spastic, maybe specially challenged, physically or mentally or psychologically. The challenge that lies before the teachers is how to give instructions effectively catering to every child. Right from the beginning we saw like how our instruction cater to different kinds of learning styles. We may have auditory, maybe we have visual, we may have bodily kinesthetics. How we should devise our instructions is one of the challenges that we must come up with. We cannot have one standard instruction for all the teachers, for all, catering to all different learning styles and catering to every child having special ability. So this is one of the challenges which as a teacher each one of us must evolve, must come up and must design, testing every day its effectiveness. This is one of the major challenges. Do you all agree with me? Yes or no? Okay. The next is Next is collaboration. Here when we say collaboration is collaborating with the schools. Maybe in your staff room you can exchange your challenges with your co-workers. Challenges during your forum, teachers forum, heads forum, or now we have con calls, video calls. Collaboration is the key to success.